Nerdvengers, what's up? Welcome to another week here in 2022. Should be a good show today. Got a bunch of fun stuff planned for you guys. Look, there's a ton of craziness going on with rumors, reports, leaks, just speculation when it comes to Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Now, I want to talk about a couple of different things in today's stream, okay? There were some leaks out there that I now know to be false. At least I believe them to be false, so I want to discuss that. There are some things that I think are real. And the big question here, the big lingering question is, what are they changing in the reshoot? So that's sort of the topic of today. But I want to speak on one particular element with regards to Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. That would be the Illuminati and the Multiverse. And I really want to speculate on how that will all lead to Secret Wars. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Secret Wars. I'm still on it. Won't give it up. Can't stop, won't stop. And I want to give you some sweet, sweet speculation when it comes to Marvel's Secret Wars and how I think all of this is going down. On top of that, I have maybe one of the biggest announcements of my time here on YouTube. Maybe one of my biggest announcements ever when it comes to tubing on the U's. Just shut your mouth. I got a really big announcement later on in the show. We're going to go over that. Also, we're giving some fun stuff away today and tomorrow. Tomorrow will be our big preview stream before the Book of Boba Fett episode 3. I've got a video coming out that'll preview that kind of stuff. But tomorrow, we're going over all the percentages and having the fun like we usually do before the show comes out. And we're giving away a ton of stuff, man. It's going to be really, really fun today, but a lot of stuff tomorrow as well, okay? So it's going to be a good show. I'm pulling in. I'm pulling into the tower. I'll see you in a second. Ooh, what's this? Chet. That's a... Okay. All right, I can do that. I can deal with that. Yeah. Okay. What is up? What is up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Going to be a good one today. As I said at the opening, we've got some big stuff to get into. Going to be talking Doctor Strange rumors. I would say light spoilers. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy here when it comes to spoilers, rumors. We're in this sweet spot right now, man. We're in this sweet spot. This is one of my favorite spots to be in when it comes to content. Oh, man. Wait, hang on. Let me fix this camera thing again here. We still have issues here. Let me do a pause face for you. How was that? Was that pretty good pause face? It's so weird how this keeps happening where it like glitches out like that. Anyway, regardless, this is one of my favorite times to be in as a person that makes this kind of content. And it's because we don't really have a full grasp on what is going on. Okay, so we have a ton of different pieces. We have a ton of information. Some stuff more trustworthy than others, but we really and truly don't know. It's not like we have one particular leak that we can sort of cling on to and be like, this is the one. Like, this is what's going on. Oh shit, this is gonna happen, and then this is gonna happen, etc., etc. So it leaves us in a cool spot where we can do a ton of speculating, and that is like my favorite thing to do. Okay, now if you've been with me for some time, if you've been watching this content for, a year, maybe more, some of you guys have, by the way, it's awesome. And also, I need those likes up. I'm not trying to be that guy, but it's Monday morning. Let's not start off on a bad foot. I don't want to look at the like number again until it goes up by 300%. 600%, all the percents. Just get it up. Let's get the likes going. Okay. Guys, if you've been with us for some time, you'll recall a couple of instances where before we have the full story, before we have all the information, we go to what I call speculation town. Speculation Town. And sometimes in Speculation Town, we have been spot on. In fact, when it comes to Spider-Man No Way Home, there were actually a lot of stuff that we predicted before that show ever came out, or movie ever came out. Before a lot of the rumors started coming out of that, we were sort of on to the rumor mill and how this could all work together. Similarly, stuff with Endgame. We had all kinds of concepts, ideas, speculation that ended up being pretty, close to what ended up happening. I would say even with Loki, there were things that in the speculation, rumor mill setting, we were pretty on to. Now, we've missed things, and there are things that we've talked about in the past that didn't end up coming to fruition. Absolutely. But I'm really interested in this particular moment in time, because this will be one of those situations where we go back and say, oh man, Josh's prognostication here was pretty on point. This is very similar to where things are going. Or, holy shit, Josh was way off. You know what I mean? Way off, and nothing that he is saying is actually going to happen. Now, one of the big things here for me since Endgame has been speaking about Secret Wars. Obviously, there have been a few people out there. Charles Murphy, I like to give Charles a lot of credit in this regard because he was one of the first sort of out the gate to really see Secret Wars as a way they were going, what Marvel was working towards. I recall being at New York Comic-Con with Ryan. Ryan, where you at, brother? Shout out to Ryan H. Ryan and I went to Comic-Con in 2019. We talked to a bunch of different people. I spoke to some people at Marvel then in 2019 that had suggested to me that the multiverse, and that Secret Wars type stuff and the ideas of Battle World, which was really like, the way it was described to me was just like in the video games where you're going to see alternate versions of characters, and that's going to be something that's really, pronounced in certain Marvel games, especially mobile games, that attitude, that idea, that concept was going to be translated to the MCU. And so since that time period, I've been sort of viewing a lot of things that happen in the MCU through the lens of Secret Wars, through the lens of how I see this all going down. And I think, I'm just really excited to talk about all these different elements here, especially if you have been a person that's a nerdvenger, that has been, checking out the behind the scenes streams and everything like that, because we recently, and I want to say it was the end of last year, we recently read together a lot of Jonathan Hickman comic books that sort of lead up to his version of Secret Wars. Okay, so we really gotta sort of get into that sort of mindset. So that's like the framing here, and that's sort of where I am at. Now, there are a number of different things that I want to get into and talk about with this, okay? So just buckle up, and let's kind of get into it, okay? I wanted to start with this, but also here's, let me find this other thing that I retweeted over the weekend, because it's really what sent me on a really interesting journey where, just to be completely honest with you, I had a conversation behind the scenes with one Daniel Richtman. Daniel RPK. Okay? Very, very reliable insider and scooper. And I was just really curious, mostly because of this. This is a tweet by Moth Culture. Okay? And I've sort of since figured out that Moth Culture, not necessarily a really reliable source here. And I see a couple of members chats. Let me just try to grab these because I know they disappear and I feel bad about it. Brack says, member for 8 months, I need the Spider-Man trilogy to introduce everything needed to conclude with Red Goblin as its big bad. Let's go. Nerd Vengeance for life. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Those controller emojis look like charcoal croissants. Adam, that's because they're black croissants. Okay, so I don't know if you've been watching Book of Boba Fett, but a fan favorite character was just introduced called Black Croissant. So we have, of course, Black Croissant emojis because Ryan is always on it. JWAC999, welcome to the Nerdvengers. You are a Nerdvenger now. Feel that Nerdvenger power flowing through your veins. You know, go after that raise now. Get into the gym now that you have the extra power. You know, that girl or guy that you wanted to talk to but was giving you the cold shoulder. Try it again now. Now with the power of the Nerdvengers. Go measure your height. Are you a little taller? Results may vary. Don't sue me, bro. Welcome to the club. And then Star Wars 1995 says, hi, Josh. It's nice waking up Mondays to some Nerdvengers news. Can't wait for tomorrow's stream to talk Book of Boba Fett. By the way, who is Chet? Chet. You know what? Let's take a little pause here. We're doing this. We're going to be talking Multiverse of Madness pretty much all stream. I'm going crazy. I'm bringing up comic references. I'm going crazy on speculation. But let's just take a small aside here to talk about Chet. That's right, buddy. You. Who is Chet? Chet's been with me for years now. And he really started becoming more, I guess, well-known because of the streams, because I really needed a backup here in Nerdvengers Tower to help me out with the streams. Now, a couple of different things when it comes to Chet. First of all, some people hit me up and be like, is Chet real? Yes. Holy shit. Can you believe we live in a world? Like, I know we live in a strange world where, like, you know, this is being said, then this is being said. What's quite real? Can't, you know, grasp it. Can't, like, what the hell? You know, kind of a world. But come on, man. You really think at this point, like, I don't know. I don't even know why people don't think Chet is real, to be honest with you. But it's just crazy to me that you think there's not one dude behind the scenes that's responsible for all the fuck ups, all the technical issues. Every single time something goes wrong, it's his fault. Of course, he's real. Okay? Now, next question. Why don't we ever see him? Okay, here's the deal with Chet. I used to say this a lot more. I kind of felt bad about it. We kind of stopped saying it as much, but let's just give you a real dose of fucking truth here. Here's a bitch slap of truth. Chet is one ugly motherfucker. He's really, really hideous. Very hard to look at. Normally walks around with a brown paper bag on his head. In fact, let's get the Chet emojis into the chat. This is a teaching moment. You guys might not know. Put the Chet emojis in there. You know why they got the brown bag on there? Because he's an ugly cuss. Okay? So ugly, in fact, we've done studies. Every single time that his face is put out there on social media, entire accounts disappear. People unsubscribe in troves. It's horrible. It's a really bad situation. We made a difficult decision here, and I said, Chet, I don't ever want to see your ugly mug on screen ever. Don't cry. Don't cry. But still, you know, to give Chet credit, he does help us out a lot in here. He does a lot for very little. We pay him about $0.25 a day. And you know that thing they do in Hawkeye where she, like, flicks the thing or whatever? I actually pay. That's how I pay him at the end of every day before he leaves Nerdvengers Tower. I'm like, hey, buddy, boom. And then I give him one of those flicks. And I'm yet to hit him in the actual eye, but I'm getting close. I'm getting really close. Okay, so small story for Chet. Yeah, congratulations, your 15 minutes of fucking fame. Shut your mouth. Here we go. Back to the multiverse. Okay. I can't believe people watch this shit either. Chet. Also, shut your mouth. How dare you? This is premium content. Have I mentioned I have the biggest announcement of my entire career here on YouTube coming up at the end of this stream? Have I mentioned that? But I won't make that announcement unless we get 300 likes. Right, like while we're streaming. If we don't get 300 likes on a stream, no announcement for you. You get nothing. And you'll like it. Jonathan Peters says, 6 months. When do I get my diamond badge? You should get it any time now, bro. It should be coming up. Let's see here. T-Lev says, can't believe it. I've been here dealing with Chet for 11 months. He bribed me to waste my member chats on him. Oh, my good God. Dr. Glorfindel says, Josh, talk about Secret Wars more than my pastor talks about Jesus. What if the incursions in the movie will be between MCU and Foxverse? Okay, for sure. This is good stuff. All right, so let's get back to the point at hand. Enough about Chet. Probably for the rest of time. That's enough about Chet. Okay. So This thing came up. I retweeted it. I thought it was dope. It says here, the Illuminati has captured characters who pose a multiversal risk. These include Magneto, Sylvie, Requiem, Blastar, and Red Skull. Some are even being forced to help the Illuminati. Now, let's just say maybe I got caught up in the hype. And I reshared this, and I was like, dude, this is crazy. Oh, my gosh, like, it's so wild. One of the reasons why is because I can very clearly see how this applies to something that happened in Jonathan Hickman's lead up to Secret Wars and how this could be paid off in the future as we get closer to Secret Wars. But here's the deal. When I talked to Daniel about moth culture, we basically, they're not good, man. They're not good. That's not to say they're always wrong, but here's what he believes is going on, and this is not unique to moth culture. A lot of folks do this now. Is that they listen to things that, like, he says, being Daniel, that My Time to Shine Hello says, that, like, people like Casey Walsh, other reliable people. Moth culture is likely looking at all the things that are going on. They're reading the tea leaves, speculating, and coming up with a solution that makes sense. And so why would this make sense? Well, a couple of different things. Number one, Magneto being in it. That has been rumored by Casey Walsh. He sort of teased that out. I do believe Magneto in some way, shape, or form will be in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Sylvie, that was actually, that's pretty good. There's pretty good sources out there saying that, yes, Sylvie will be in there. And of course, this would likely include Tom Hiddleston's Loki, who, weirdly enough, the Hollywood trades confirmed to be in Doctor Strange way back when Loki was wrapping up. And then Owen Wilson. So we feel like that's going on here. Requiem, Blastar, and Red Skull, that's kind of out of left field. That's kind of wild. Like, I haven't heard much about that kind of stuff. Wouldn't necessarily surprise me too much, but that's pretty wild. Some are even being forced to help the Illuminati. Where is that coming from? Well, that is coming from where My Time to Shine Hello has kind of come out and said, there's an Illuminati, which might be totally different now from the one we thought we were looking at before, right? Where we were like, oh, Boulder the Brave, Monica Rambeau, like, that's pretty wild. Now we're starting to hear, oh, maybe it's actually going to be closer to the Illuminati we recognize from the comics, like a Tom Cruise variant Iron Man, like the guy from the old Fox Fantastic Four movies, which, by the way, just popped up on Disney Plus, being Reed Richards. Black Bolt. Apparently big plans to have Black Bolt in there as well. And so I start to see a scenario where you have an Illuminati that's maybe a little bit different. Where the prisoner thing is coming from is the fact that Strange is going to be brought before this group of Illuminati, according to leaks and rumors. And this is good. This is good established stuff. That Strange will be brought before Mordo and Charles Xavier. And so technically he's going to be brought before them and technically possibly in prison. And yes, he does pose a threat to the multiverse. And so what we think Moth Culture is doing right here is they're taking all the different things that are out there, kind of spinning them together and coming up with a concept that they think would be dope. We also know, according to a lot of other sources, insider scoops and things out there, that yes, Secret Wars, very likely to be where this is all heading. And so it's funny because I got super hyped up about this. I shared it out there. I thought it was really cool. Daniel and I talked about it behind the scenes. He was like, nah, moth culture's not any good, but here's probably why they're saying this. And the thing that's really interesting is they're speculating much in the same way that I am speculating, okay? That this is going to go to a place that will lead us into Secret Wars. So, one of the reasons, I want to show you a couple of things here. One of the reasons that I thought this would be so cool has to do with the new Avengers and the lead up to Secret Wars. Okay? Now, a little bit of context for these panels. And by the way, put a 1 into the chat if you were a part of the streams where we were reading this comic together in the Nerdvenger streams. Just give me a 1 in the chat. Just want to know how many of y'all have been there. How many of y'all were there? You know, just kind of want to know about it. Dig a Bone says, Chet is Kaiser Sose. Maybe. Let's give him too much credit. Mephisto, Kira, Doctor Strange, always getting it right. Take my free chat money. Love the rumors. Dude, exactly. Kira, Mephisto, Doctor Strange. Carl's referring to all of the things that I've gotten wrong. So some of this could be wrong as well. You know what I mean? Which is fair. I'm here for the Sons of Chet Biker Gang. Keep up the great content. Brian. Okay. Let's give a little context here. At this moment in Marvel Comics, what we're looking at here is a prison. Okay, specifically, I want to look at this panel right here. A prison that holds the character of Black Swan, and that holds a variant, if you will, of Terrax. Now, usually Terrax the Destroyer. This is Terrax the Enlightened. He's like a wise version of Terrax. Okay? Now, what happens in this story, essentially, is a portal opens in Wakanda. The Black Swan comes out of it with some other warriors, and they blow up the universe that they have come from. So imagine like Doctor Strange portal opens and like, oh shit, Tobey Maguire. Except instead of Tobey Maguire, it's this biddy. She comes in there, and then you see behind her a whole universe explode like a fucking MacGruber skit. Okay? Ba-boom. And then she comes and she's like, all right, you know, yeah. And also, what just happened to my audio? What is going on here? Chet, I literally just told everybody how good you are and stuff. So shut your, okay, better. So she shows up. She's like, oh, snap. Like, sorry about that other universe, whatever. Boom. So T'Challa captures her. The Illuminati, who's the group of crazy people watching over the world, the Illuminati assembles and starts to sort of discuss what's going on. They have her imprisoned. Okay? So they imprison her. They start to discover what's going on with the convergences, etc., etc. By the way, look at this. I mean, I'm going to look for every friggin' thing here, okay? But what does this look like here? What does this look like? Anybody? Bueller? Anybody? Class? Anybody feel me here? Anybody seeing what I'm seeing? Anybody? Bueller? Anybody? What does this look like? What do you think? Does this look like anything you've seen in the MCU recently? This looks like both what Wanda is looking at the end of WandaVision when she is studying the Darkhold, and also what Doctor Strange is looking at in the Multiverse of Madness trailer. It's like the weaving together of the multiverse and how it all goes together. Okay? So, let's keep going on with the comic book stuff because this is going to be important for what's happening. In the story, the Swan starts to begin to explain what is actually happening, how little they understand and how little they know. This is after they've already had another run-in with another incursion and a Galactus and a version of Terrax. And it's this really interesting thing that's going on with the convergences, where essentially what's happening is the two universes are going in on each other, and they actually converge at Earth. So out of all the planets in the universe, whatever, Earth becomes the convergence point. It's where they converge. And essentially, if both worlds just are destroyed and collide, then both universes are destroyed. If one of the Earths is destroyed, both universes just chill. Okay? And so that's kind of what's going on. And essentially the Avengers, the Illuminati, pop up in this other world. There's a Galactus there and a Terrax. And that Galactus, he destroys that Earth, so Earth is safe. But they grab Terrax and they bring him back. Okay? And again, Oh, and then there, yeah, of course, Doom is involved, and don't worry, we're gonna get into the doom of it all, okay? But this is what's crazy here. The Illuminati, after understanding this great multiversal threat, starts to begin to grab up people from different universes and imprison them in the necropolis. Okay? So immediately I thought of this parallel to this tweet here and what was going on here. Now, I reached out to, I reached out to Daniel about this. I talked to him briefly about it. Here's the deal, man. There's another big leak out there, and I saw Rob from Comics Explained and Geek Culture Explained. He did a big old video about this, okay? And it's cool. Like, it was a cool video. I love Rob's enthusiasm. Dude, he does great work. I really, really like his shit. But that leak is fake. You know what I mean? Like, the leak that he talked about is not real. The one thing that I really asked about, and I guess in order to explain the leak, I have to explain the big thing. It has to do with whether Shuma Gorath or Wanda will be the villain. In the leak, the one that Rob talked about, there's this place called the Void, which is a similar thing to what you see in Loki, where the Abeloth creature, is, and they're disintegrating all these realities, etc., etc. And it is said that essentially what's going to happen is it's going to be revealed that Shuma's the main villain. Shuma's going to take over and be the main threat. And then all of the heroes from across the multiverse will fight Shuma in the Void. And there were crazy stuff in that leak like that. Ghost Rider's going to show up and steal the show. Mephisto will be mentioned. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man's in there. All these other crazy things that are going on. Now, a lot of that stuff might still be in there, but that leak, bullshit. One of the big questions that I had about the leaks and where we're at with Doctor Strange is I was like, man, are they going to change this movie to make Wanda less of a villain? And the Shuma thing, I think, is like an extrapolation of that idea. It's basically people thinking, well, maybe they'll make Shuma the big villain that resolves some of the guilt and hate on Wanda. Wanda doesn't have to be the big bad. She'll flip at the end of the movie. Guys, according to Daniel, nope. Which I'm actually happy about. Like, I'm actually happy that they're not just going to, like, sort of rug pull us and be like, oh, it was Shuma, Wanda's not to blame, whatever like that. Nah, dude, it's Wanda. And according to Daniel, the last battle will be against Wanda in the movie. It'll be at Darkhold Castle. And it'll be against all of this Illuminati and some other people and Doc Strange and different things like that, okay? Which is cool. What this probably also hints to is that a lot of the reshoots are just to add these cameos, adjust story beats for sure, but it's not going to alter the movie all that much from what we thought was actually going down in the film. Okay? So, where does this take us at then? Where does this leave us? Well, I now kind of want to get into the idea that Kevin Feige, really likes to plant ideas or, like, I guess, begin concepts in movies to sort of introduce an audience slowly to things that will come. Okay? Oh man, we're getting to some juicy stuff. This is where the juice is going to go. So, what I think is happening here, a couple of interesting things. The Illuminati, let's sort of begin with this. I believe strongly that the Illuminati we will see in the Multiverse of Madness will be a multiversal group of Illuminati. Whether or not they all come from separate universes, I'm not quite sure, but they certainly have access to other universes, and they know about the multiverse. They know about the multiverse. They know about the different threats to the multiverse, etc., etc. There's some indication here, guys, that the mutants that we'll meet in this in Multiverse of Madness are actually going to be from the 90s animated X-Men show. Like, what? Like, some people were saying, like, this, this guy, Charles Xavier, the Patrick Stewart Charles Xavier that's heavily rumored to be in Multiverse of Madness. Oh, that's going to end up being the guy from the X-Men movies. Bro, when you look at the chair that he's wearing and like where this could be coming from, I actually think it might be the Charles Xavier from the 90s X-Men show, which just so happens to be getting a continuation under Marvel Studios. And the homie is coming back. The guy that voiced Wolverine from the 90s show, he's back, baby. Here he is, and he's filming scenes for X-Men 97, which is looking to be a continuation of what's going on in that old X-Men series. Do you see where some of these things could be coming together? Like, wouldn't it be nuts if you had the 90s X-Men show continued under Disney with X-Men 97? But it also tells the story of those X-Men coming in contact with the multiverse, learning more about, what's going on out there, coming into contact with other universes, etc., etc. Dude, crazy possibilities, right? Nuts. So there's going to be something done at the end of the movie. And My Time to Shine Hello is sort of teasing this. A lot of people think it could be like a reverse No More Mutants and bringing mutants into the MCU. And going back to this idea of Feige setting things up and planting these ideas and these seeds, I think the idea of a multiversal Illuminati being aware of multiversal threats, understanding that framework, recognizing Wanda as one of these threats, and then getting together a group of multiversal Avengers to try to stop her, I believe this is planting the seeds for what will come in Secret Wars. And in fact, I'll take it one step further and I'll talk about something that I think is going to happen. This is sort of speculation, a little bit of what I've heard from people behind the scenes or whatever. But I think this Illuminati and this effort and a lot of the folks that are going to attack Wanda will actually be destroyed by Wanda. That Wanda's going to basically kill them all. Or kill most of them. Okay? And I think that in the wake of this crazy thing, Wanda may do something at the end of the movie to try to undo some of the damage that she has done. Part of the reason I think this is because I think Wanda's children, who she's sort of seeking out the whole film and are rumored to be in one of the universes with a Wanda variant, where the Illuminati is at, she'll want them to be alive. So she might like decimate all of this multiversal Illuminati and then do some kind of reversal of that, bringing them all in some respect into our universe or something of that nature. And I think what's going to happen with the Illuminati, mostly our Doctor Strange, because you got to remember, this is a Doctor Strange movie. I think he is going to be faced with this difficult decision of whether or not to kill Wanda, what he should be doing with that, and also understanding the grand scope of the multiverse. But after he watches this multiversal Illuminati group get decimated and understand some of the wider threats that are out there, our Stephen Strange is going to formulate his own group of Illuminati, and that group of Illuminati will begin to watch over the multiverse and understand, I think, a big thing that's happening, probably convergence, which will lead us to Secret Wars. So essentially, this theme is sort of teased out a little bit in Spider-Man No Way Home, where you have Strange kind of talking about messing with the fabric of space-time. He's referring to Endgame and how, that's just left things in a fragile state. I think Loki and that whole situation is hinting at this. I think you'll get a lot of answers as to how this is going to work in Doctor Strange 2. But the speculation for me is that you will have a group of Illuminati that's watching over the multiverse. Strange is going to see that and understand it, and also understand what a threat Wanda could be. I sort of still think Wanda could be a replacement for the Molecule Man from Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars, and essentially be a tool, and the Darkhold maybe as well, a tool of the Beyonders. I still think all of that is in play. And I essentially think that after you get done with the Multiverse of Madness, you're going to be set up in a situation where you have some knowledge, right? What the hell? Thanks, Chet. You'll have a situation where Doctor Strange then is going to be setting up his own, Illuminati to watch over the multiverse. But there's one really important character to Secret Wars, both of them, all of them, that hasn't been established yet, that I feel like must be established in Multiverse of Madness or soon thereafter in order to make this all make sense, and it's Doctor Doom. Okay? Here's the deal. Doctor Doom, very important, especially to the second version of Secret Wars, the Jonathan Hickman version, but even in the original Secret Wars, very, very important. Okay? Doctor Doom, very powerful, very intelligent, puts things together. In the Jonathan Hickman run, essentially, that thing we were just looking at here, this whole scene, it happens because a convergence opens at Latveria. Okay? So Doom sees the convergence, he sees the Illuminati there, and then they all leave. Okay? And Doom's basically like, what the hell? He goes on to essentially figure the whole thing out without the new Avengers. It's like the Illuminati are trying to do their thing and figure it all out. Doom just goes on his own and does his thing. Okay? This also leads to a scenario where like the Cabal are formed. Namor helps to like form this Cabal. They go out, destroy Earth to try to save everybody. It literally just goes to a place where essentially Doom figures out the convergence issue and in a last sort of ditch effort saves the entire multiverse and brings all of like these little pieces of reality to Battleworld. And I strongly feel like Doom has to be a part of this or has to be established. We have not heard anything about Doctor Doom being in the Multiverse of Madness. But to me, it's just one of those pieces that's really missing that essentially like I really, really hope is addressed. Perhaps you could have a version of Doom, and this is where he's talking to the Illuminati here, where he's like, I know something's up, mother truckers. I know something happened. But I think that Doom becoming witness to the events of the Multiverse of Madness in some way, shape, or form is really, really important. I don't know how it fits together. I'm looking forward to finding out more about that piece of the puzzle. But the multiverse and having a variant of Doom perhaps understand this could be clutch. You know what I mean? Could be absolutely clutch. And then the ideas of Darkhold, Mephisto, things of that nature connecting to Doom. That's kind of what I'm looking for as well. Okay? So that's kind of the thought. That's kind of where we're at with it. And I definitely want to address all the different questions in here. All the different things that you guys are talking about. I think that one of the main things to think about here is that there's some official merch for it here. One of the things to really sort of consider and think about here is that this movie is going to be wild. It's going to set up a concept that I think will be doubled down on in Secret Wars, and that concept is certainly multiversal groups of heroes working together to fight against some threat. That's the main concept. I think the Illuminati, the multiversal Illuminati, is going to be a precursor to our Stephen Strange forming his own group of Illuminati to watch over the multiverse, to be ready for the coming Secret Wars events. And I also think you need to have the Cabal, right? You need to have a Cabal, and you need to have villains that understand these sort of things. I think that's a really important part of it as well. So that's kind of where we're at with that. One more thing I want to talk about too before we get into a giveaway and then Q&As and then a big announcement. I want to talk about this. And also the chat is like super behind on my end. Probably Chet's fault again. Sheesh. Sheesh, Chet. Dude, my chat is behind, bros. Like, I don't even know. Like, what are y'all's even saying? Like, are y'all even in here? Like, what's happening right now? Okay. Let's talk about this. This leaked out, but it appears to be real. This is concept and marketing for Phase 4 and beyond, new Marvel stuff. Okay? So, let's talk about a couple of different things here. Number one, I love this gold armor, bro. This gold and blue armor. What do you guys think? Do you like the gold and blue armor? Yes or no? Put it in chat. I would really like to know. Do you like the gold and blue armor or not? You guys let me know. I like it. It feels very comic book inspired to me. Like, this is an old version of it here. And apparently, part of what this armor was used for was, like, at one point, Thor loses his powers because of Hela. And so he's given this armor to give him the Asgardian strength that he used to have and everything like that. So something like that could be going on because he's going to be fighting Gore the God Butcher. And I think fucking... dude, Thor's just going to have to level up in power. Not just, like, for his own stuff, but, like, for what's coming in the multiverse. Like, Thor, I think, needs to be much stronger. So you've got that going on. What do you guys think? I like it. Armor looks cool. Going to be amazing in a Taika movie for sure. Yeah, some people, like, don't like it. It's crazy. Some people were clowning on this armor. Regardless, kind of fun stuff up here. A couple other things I want to talk about in here, okay? You got a new Wasp, kind of Wasp costume up here. That's kind of fun. You've got Simu. You've got Spider-Man's in his Stark costume, which is really interesting. Not sure why. You've got Miss Marvel over here, but what's this, dude? This over here, that's a Black Panther. That is definitely a Black Panther costume. Okay. Now, it's very likely not T'Challa. Although, I really hope, sort of just going back to the Multiverse of Madness, dude, put a T'Challa, put a multiversal T'Challa into Multiverse of Madness, please. That would be friggin' amazing. That would be friggin' amazing, regardless. It's probably not Chad. You know what I mean? Like, this looks to be updated enough that they wouldn't have Chad in here. Maybe they did at some point. I don't know for sure. But that's a new Black Panther. Doesn't look to be female either. That person looks jacked. That looks big. To me, this probably Winston Duke. This is probably M'Baku. There are rumors that M'Baku will be the person to replace Chad. That originally was going to be Letitia. That there's problems there now. They've reworked it, and now it's going to be M'Baku. We don't know for sure. It's a rumor. But there's a Black Panther here. Okay? There's a lot of other stuff over here that we can't see that they're hiding in this picture. And also they have this little symbol. Don't take any pictures of this. That didn't work. But just something fun to show you. And just kind of look at some of the hype stuff that's coming up for the MCU. I'm quite excited. By the way, I have a Hulk video coming out for you guys later today on the regular Den of Nerds channel. Go check that out. It's going to be about World War Hulk, some of the rumors that are currently going on with that. Very juicy stuff. We're also going to have a Book of Boba Fett episode 3 preview video coming out for you guys later today. It's pretty hyped up stuff, so just wanted to go over that. Okay, let's buy some memes. I should have mentioned this earlier in the show. I forgot to mention this. Oh, no. Oh, no. Guys, thedenofnerds.com, our BBS website. You got to get over there, man. You got to get over there. That's where we do all the fun stuff. And every Monday, I go in there and I purchase and rate some memes. So let's do a little bit of meme review here. We'll go over the different memes. Tom, my girlfriend forgot who I am. I'm single now. Andrew, me too. Mine's dead. Toby, it's okay. I'll teach you boys how to pick up girls. Oh, my God. Amazing. Amazing. I will definitely buy that. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. We're starting strong. This isn't how our pass to the Batman ends. It's already a failure. What the hell are you? I'm Batman. Batman who? Batman Skywalker. Absolutely incredible. 9 out of 10. I'm going to purchase that. Hey, come on, man. What the hell? What the hell's going on here? Give me that. Give me. By the way, some changes coming to the BBS network. I have a meeting tomorrow with them. And so I will be sharing with you guys throughout the week just some of the new updates and everything out there. I have some fun ideas on what we can do. I want to do like a you laugh, you lose kind of thing over here as well. Oh, shit. They put Strange's face on that? I'm going to buy that. 9 out of 10. I'm a sucker for these Bully Maguire memes. Oh, God, why? 7 out of 10. I'll buy this. Come on, BBS. Why you take us so long, huh? Boba, follow me, Boba. I will take you to a magic tree, and you will get a war stick. The Great Meme War of 2022. Yes, people participated in the Great Meme War. Shout out to you guys, man. There's a lot of spam on our website because BBS, essentially, it blew up. People just, they're crazy about it. They know it's going to be huge, so people are trying to game the system. So that has resulted in a lot of spam. So a lot of you guys are participating in the Great Meme War to take back the website, and I really, really appreciate all the support over here. I'm going to go through and buy a bunch of these. So thank you guys for that. Wish it wasn't taking that long to do it here. She's wearing the same outfit as me, boys. Oh, yeah, dude, for sure. For sure. Nice. When you realize you'll never experience No Way Home for the first time. Yeah, that's a good one, dude. 8 out of 10. I actually was just thinking about trying to go see it again. It's been making just so much money continuously, and I love that movie, man. It's such a good feeling, good vibing sort of thing here. Man, a lot of love over here. I appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate you guys. Nerd Avengers Assemble! Flame on. It's, you know what? It's not even a good meme, but it's for the meme war, so I'm going to buy it. I appreciate you. Echo. Does Echo really need a show? Daredevil might be featured. Nice. I think that's fair and true. All right, cool. Cool. I'll buy some more of these later. I do want to expand what we do with the BBS website and have some fun ideas about that, so stay tuned for that. We'll talk a little bit about that today at 1 p.m. for the Nerd Vengers only stream. Now I want to set up a giveaway, and I want to tease you with some really interesting stuff, okay? So I'm going to set up a giveaway. Free shipping only in the U.S. I'm sorry, other countries. Ooh, girl, look at that Boba Fett shirt. Come on, man. That's a badass shirt. Okay, so we're going to give this away today. And we've got another shirt that we're giving away tomorrow. You know what else we're doing for a giveaway tomorrow? A GameStop exclusive 4-LOM Bounty Hunter Funko. It's a big boy. It's a big old boy one. Is he going to show up in the show? Probably not, but 4-LOM's dope. If you don't like 4-LOM, get out of my face. Who else? What else are we giving away? A friggin' Dengar GameStop exclusive Funko Pop. It's a big boy. It's a big old Dengar. Whoo! Sheesh. So tomorrow, we're doing a giveaway today, okay? But tomorrow's the big Boba Fett stream. That's where we're really going to get into Boba Fett talk tomorrow. So we're going to give away 2 of these Funkos, and we're going to give away another shirt tomorrow. So you're definitely going to want to be here on tomorrow's stream. And now let's do the giveaway for the shirt. Let me get this pulled up. It's going to take me a second, eh? Give me a second, eh? It's going to take me a second here. And also, thanks so much, everybody, for being so chill about me needing to miss Friday. Yeah, it was a tough one. Tough day, but feeling much better. Got a lot of rest over the weekend. And so I appreciate everybody that reached out, wanted to make sure I was feeling okay and everything. Yeah, had a good one. Had a good weekend. Okay, let me get into this here. Let me get into this here. Dope Boba shirt. The Dope Boba Fett shirt giveaway. And I gotta adjust it, eh? All right, we're gonna make these tickets 2,000. Here's the deal, though. You can enter up to 10 times. So you gotta have Nerdcoin to do this. In fact, let me do a thing here. I'll help out just a little bit. I like to do this kind of stuff. I'm gonna give everybody here 2,000 Nerdcoin, so you can at least get one entry. Okay, so I just gave a little payment to everybody, 2,000 Nerdcoin. Okay. Now, we're going to start this giveaway. Boom. 3 minutes. You have 3 minutes to enter. It's popping up in the chat right now. You can enter up to 10 times to win that dope Book of Boba Fett shirt. While we're waiting for this, before we get into Q&A, before I make the incredible, amazing, biggest announcement of my career, I want to talk about the sequels. And this is actually really nice because I'll try to keep it to under 2 minutes. So over the weekend, we're just kind of chilling, trying to get rested up, right? Trying to make sure Elise is good. We were like, hey, let's watch the sequels. You know, we haven't watched the sequel trilogy yet together. She has never seen them. And I was like, oh, what a great opportunity. Let's watch the sequels and let's talk about the sequels. So we revisited them. And the first one, like, here's the thing. Like, the first one, she thought it was cool. She thought it was okay. When I watched Force Awakens again, and I'm fond of that movie, but honestly, rewatching it again recently, I didn't like it as much as I remember. And I was like, man, like, there's just a lot of weird contrivances and, like, just not good stuff. The plot's weird. Like, it's very safe. Like, it plays it very safe. Like, honestly, you know what my biggest takeaway from it was? And I think that a lot of people that they had this feeling almost right away with Force Awakens. It doesn't feel like Star Wars. Like, we watch, Mando, we watch Book of Boba Fett, we watch the other Star Wars movies. It has a really Star Wars feel. There are some moments in Force Awakens that feel like Star Wars, but overall, the vibe is wrong. Like, the vibe is just wrong, dude. And it doesn't quite get there for me, and I liked it way less than I remembered. And I was like, whoa, this is rough. This is kind of a bad start. And again, I was trying to approach it with an open mind, okay? The Last Jedi. Let's talk about The Last Jedi. I'll be very brief. It is a dumpster fire, trash can, horrible movie. I couldn't believe, like, how angry and just disjointed, and I really, really disliked it. What was really surprising to me was Elisa hated that movie so much that we almost didn't watch Rise. And we turned Rise off. She was like, no, I can't do this anymore. She hated that movie, The Last Jedi, even more than I did. And when I originally saw The Last Jedi, I came out of theaters confused. I went really back and forth between, like, not liking it to liking it. I like this part of it. I don't like this part of it, blah, blah, blah. Bro, she came out and hated it right away. You know what I mean? I didn't. When I first watched it, I was like, oh, but I like this, I like that, blah, 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 blah. Rewatching it again, horrible experience. Now, let me talk about Rise. Me and Elisa were pretty different on this one. Like, she was literally like, do we have to watch this? Like, turn it off. I hate this. This is horrible. And I think she just really didn't like TLJ, and then going into Rise, that was like a bad combo. For me, here's my thoughts on Rise. Rise of Skywalker should have been the first movie in the sequel trilogy, not the last. It should have been the first one. The opening with Palps, Kylo, all that stuff. Make it the first movie. Rise of Skywalker is horrible, but it knows that it's horrible. And so it's not as pretentious as The Last Jedi, and it just goes for it. And I actually have a lot of fun with Rise. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Out of all the movies that we watched all the sequels. We didn't finish Rise, but I was having the most fun with Rise of Skywalker. there's just a lot of like stuff in there. They just like, throw a bunch of stuff at you. A lot of crazy stuff happens. You know, it feels, dare I say it, more Star Wars-y than the other two movies. The problem with it is it's a shit plot that's trying to make up for everything that happened before, and it's just horrible. Like, the beginning of the movie is dope, and then almost immediately when people start talking, oh my God, that initial scene with Palpatine and Kylo is one of the worst scenes ever. It makes zero fucking sense. It's ridiculous, but it kicks the whole thing off in a really crazy scenario. And so, believe it or not, I think all the sequels movies are shit, but I have the most fun with Rise of Skywalker. And I actually think if they would have started with Rise and just had Palpatine throughout the whole thing, we'd be looking at a much better scenario. Anyway, that's my brief thoughts on the sequel trilogy, having revisited it. Okay, now, let's see who won this thing. Let's see who won this here t-shirt. And here we go. Han shot first. Hey, Han shot first. My man. Han shot first. Hit me up, man. Hit me up in the Discord. Hit me up via Twitter or something like that, man. Hit me up. Nice. It's always good to see a nice Nerdvenger win the day. Win the day. Always good to see you in the chat. Han shot first. Congratulations. Okay. Now, let's go to let's I want to make an announcement, okay? I want to make an announcement. And also, where we at with this? Gosh dang it. Oh, gosh dang it. Okay, check this out. So, a couple of things first. Let's talk about some merch before we get there. Of course, we're doing watch parties and a lot of fun stuff for the Book of Boba Fett. If you like the Book of Boba Fett, if you're enjoying doing the watch parties and hanging out with us, we have Book of Boba Fett inspired merch. Go to the Teespring store. Check this kind of stuff out. I always love the watch party merch, like Watch Party Mafia Bros, which I still have up because I just want to order more of it myself, actually. And we have this. They're only available during the duration of the show. So if you're hanging, you want to have some fun merch, you want to support the channel, check out the Book of Boba Fett merch, coming out there. And then we also have a very interesting new idea that we're trying with the merch. I think this one's going to drive you guys a little bit crazy. It has a little bit to do with my announcement. So let's just see what you guys think about this. I'm just going to throw it up on the screen. And then I want to know what you guys think about this piece of Den of Nerds merchandise. And possibly Den of Nerds history. And I gotta get this going. There's the stupid chat. The friggin' chat is way behind, of course. So let me pull this up. So, yeah, there is, and this will be the first time that I'm talking about it publicly. Yeah, Elisa and I are expecting a little baby, yeah. And I expect the child to be green, and I expect the child to have long ears and, force powers and all that sort of stuff. And, yeah, it's so – and I'll talk more about this by the way, I'll talk more about this at 1 p.m. We have a Nerdvengers only stream. So if you're a Nerdvenger member, come by at 1 p.m. And I'll talk to you guys all about it, okay? It's also part of the reason why we've been a little stretched and why we've been a little busier and a little bit tired, and Elisa has been a little sick and things of that nature, okay? So, yeah, your boy's gonna be a dad, and we're gonna have our nerdy little family. So there's a new Nerdvenger on the way. So I just wanted to let you guys know about that, okay? Yeah. So again, we'll talk more about that at 1. I'm pretty excited though. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm pretty friggin' excited. I think it's gonna be awesome. So keep you updated on that. Some of you guys might meet the little person someday. You know, it's kind of wild. Okay, guys, let's get into the Q's and the A's. I do want to say this stream and all the streams over here are brought to you by the Nerdvengers, the greatest online community you will ever see. They're the beautiful people you see in chat with the badge next to their name. They keep the lights on over here, keep the tower going, keep us able to make all of this fun content. They get a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff, 20% off the Teespring store merchandise. As I said earlier, results may vary, but I've heard your finances get in order. You become a little bit taller, stronger. You know, you have more focus. I've even heard it say that your eyesight improves. It's crazy. Results may vary, yada, yada, yada. Nerdvengers for life. So consider joining the Nerdvengers today. And of course, yeah, if you got a little loot and you want to throw a super chat in there, that helps out as well. And I will go over all the super chats that come in today within reason. So thank you for that. All right, let's start with 34 Virgo says, man, Josh, I owe you a big apology, sir. My friend sent me that Screen Crush BS as a real Moon Knight trailer. I didn't know they do that BS. Embarrassed. Oh, you're good, bro. Yeah, it's funny because I think I've gotten duped by them before as well. If I recall, there was another trailer they did at one point that I thought was real, and I was like, oh man, this is crazy, but they got me as well. So don't feel bad about it, man. It definitely happens to the best of us, and I appreciate you. Godard Neutron with a $5 holla says, hey Josh, do you think Moon Knight might get delayed? It's kind of weird to me that we still don't have no announced date yet. We don't want another Morbius. Oh, that's interesting. So do I think it's going to be delayed? It's hard to delay something that doesn't have a release date, to your point. Now, I think what you're saying is we expect this thing to be coming out semi-soon, first thing in the year. I still think that's on. There were some reports saying it was going to be February. There were some reports saying it's going to be massively pushed back. Yeah, I don't think it's going to get pushed back. If it does, it's likely not because of Rona. It's likely because of creative stuff and them wanting to fix it up. By the way, Multiverse, or rather Morbius, right? It was reported, and I think Sony even said this, that it was because of the Decepticon stuff and, Rona. Guys, a lot of insiders are now coming forward to say that's not actually why. It has more to do with No Way Home. Not in the way I had thought, actually. It's kind of interesting. It has to do with balance sheet and IMAX theaters. They want to just have as much IMAX run as they can with Spider-Man, and they want Spider-Man No Way Home and Morbius to fall in different profitable quarters. I find all that to be a bunch of goobly glob. I still think they're going to add some Andrew Garfield in there, but the Rona stuff is kind of being debunked all over the place. So, what do I think is going on with Moon Knight? I think you're going to get it. I think you're going to get it in the first part of the year. That's just me. But I don't think it's going to get delayed at all, my friend. I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't worry. What the heck, Chet? You're killing me, bro. Play that. Play that. Play it! Okay, nice. All right, let's keep going here. JWAG999 with a $10 holla. Holy crap, very generous. Says, happy to finally be a Nerdvenger and to catch a stream live. Been watching for a long time. Keep up the great content and take my money. Hey, JWAG, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. It's always nice to see people that were like, hey, man, I've been watching for a long time. I'm able to support now. I'm going to support now at the Nerdvenger level. And seriously, it means a lot to me. You know, I watched a totally random point here, but I watched a video from an old Magic the Gathering YouTuber that I used to watch a lot, and this guy had a heart attack, and it was just crazy. Like, he did this really long video, like talking about the situation, talking about life, and talking about being grateful for the channel and the community and stuff like that. And like, he basically was saying, like, he doesn't even, like, it's not like he's making a ton off YouTube or whatever. You know, his views have like kind of gone down from like one point or whatever, but he talks about just how meaningful and important it was to keep doing it, and like that through the whole experience, he's really grateful to have the YouTube thing going on and to be able to do it. And look, I just agree. Like, I just agree. And we have high moments and we have low moments in the YouTube game. But irrespective of everything else, it's just a blessing to be able to do this and to be able to get the support that we have and to continue to do this job. Like, it's pretty incredible. So thank you, J-Wack. I really appreciate it. Pretty Nikki says with a $5 holla, this is for the homie Chet. Tell him to take Susan to McDonald's. Take my money. Right on, for sure. So yeah, there's a whole thing going on with Chet and Susan. We try not to think about it too much. I mean, Susan, maybe she's just got an eye for Chet, you know? I think he's an ugly cuss. But maybe there's just something about him. Maybe some swagger. You know, something going on there. But appreciate you as always, Pretty Nikki. Good to see you in the tower. Dan Larkin says, shut your mouth, with a $2 holler. Thank you, brother, for that. Big Stevie says, likes at 344 so far, so spill the news later. Glad you're feeling better. Yes, I did spill the news, and I am feeling better. But that was kind of a big part of it. I'll talk more about this at 1. But, like, apparently baby making is very taxing on the body. And Elisa has been... She's having a rough go of it lately. So I've had to shoulder some more duties and things of that nature. So we'll talk more about that later on. But yeah, appreciate you, man. Geologist B with a $5 host says, I never get my membership chat read, feeling neglected. Josh doesn't care. So take my money. Hey, look, man, I apologize. Sometimes if I'm in a zone or if I'm looking at stuff, they don't pop up where they should. You know what I mean? Like, what do you want me to say? Like, they don't pop up. And I'm sorry, but I do care. Sheesh. Zhang Jina says, Josh, where do babies come from? Congrats, my friend. Yeah, storks. Ours just pop. Well, all right, now I can't even say that because then whatever. I don't know where they come from. Dan Larkin says, there's no way that we only spend one film on Battleworld, right? I think we need a whole phase, film and series. I need Thor's Crime. Oh, procedural on Disney Plus. Yeah, that would be great. So what Dan's referring to is on Battleworld, the Thors, and there's many of them, are like the police of Battleworld. It's crazy. So I agree. Like, doing a whole phase or something like that would be really, really fun. I think you could do a whole trilogy on Battleworld, but you could also revisit Battleworld, right? So, I don't know. I guess it kind of depends, like, that is a big question mark. How much time are we going to spend there? I do think Secret Wars will be a soft reboot of sorts. So I don't know, man. I don't know. A lot of interesting possibilities. Kendall says, with a $5 haul, this aligns with my theory that what if Doctor Strange comes in after Wanda defeats the Illuminati to try and protect the multiverse? That could be, man. I kind of think he'll be visited first. Like, our Doctor Strange is going to go visit him first to see what's going on. I could be wrong, but that's kind of the way I see it. Kendall follows up and says, recast T'Challa, Damson Idris or bust. Yeah, that dude would totally fit, man. And I would love to see that happen as well. Armani Martinez says, but will normies and the foreign market understand? I think you're referring to the Secret Wars bit. So, here's the deal. Like, Feige's really, really good at setting stuff up, at sort of spoon-feeding audiences. And think about what we had last year. You've got reality creating, kids being created in WandaVision. You've got Loki, variants, timelines, universes being disintegrated, but they end up here. Kang at the end of it all, sort of resetting of timelines, etc., etc. You have Spider-Man, where you've got other versions of Spider-Man all interacting together, being brought through the multiverse, Venom being teased and set up to know things about the multiverse. Like, a lot of stuff's being set up. Multiverse of Madness, while still being its own wild and crazy thing, is also a setup. It's a part of the plan. So I do think normies and foreign audiences will be able to wrap their heads around it. It's just got to be paced out. You know what I mean? Like, if we just woke up on Battleworld, like, nah, like, that's going to be too wild. But the way they are connecting this all, the way they're setting it up, I think Feige knows what he's doing. Alex McMahon says, wasn't going to do a super today, but have to show love after that announcement. That's amazing. We're all so happy for you guys. Hey, thanks, man. I really appreciate that. again, I'll talk more about this at 1, but it is a miracle. It is absolutely amazing. It is also terrifying. You know what I mean? So, there's a lot of like good. There's a lot of like changes. It's just a lot of stuff is happening, sort of all at once for us. But it really and truly is a blessing. So, thank you for that, man. Really appreciate that support. And let's see here. Austin Johnson with a $10 holla. Holy crap, very generous. Says, my man, my first stream in 3 weeks, and what a day to come back. Congratulations, brother. Good health and love to your family. Austin, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm really grateful, man. Like, I'm really grateful. Like, a lot of the past couple of weeks has just been sort of living in this moment, understanding what's going on, what's happening, and being really, really grateful for it. Like, I really do have an incredible partner. She is absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to marry her and just have our actual family. And, dude, it's just fun. Like, we're doing this like adult thing. We're doing this family thing, but we're doing it in a really, really fun way. So, I mean, I'm just excited, man. And, I want to share all the nerdy things, with my son or daughter and do all that kind of stuff. So it's a special time right now. In some ways, like, I continue to believe that, like, this is like, it makes me think we're in a simulation, like, with just all the things that are happening and just how crazy things are and how good things are going and how blessed I truly am. Like, it just makes me feel like it almost can't be real. You know what I mean? Like, I pinch myself kind of stuff. I tore my ACL, says, first super chat ever. Congrats, Josh. Hashtag take my money. Well, first of all, I'm sorry you tore your ACL. I tore mine too. And also, thank you, brother. I appreciate that support. Scott F with the $10 holla says, congrats on the announcement. Wishing the both of you the best. Nerd Vengeance for life. Dude, thank you so much, Scott. I really appreciate that. That's very generous of you. And yeah, you guys are gonna, it's weird, but you guys are kind of like uncles and aunts now. You know what I mean? Like, the Nerd Vengers will be a part of my family's lives. Like, it's such a weird thing to sort of articulate or think about or talk about publicly, but yeah, it's crazy. Also, too, Paul is having twins, obviously, right? And so he and I have been talking a lot kind of behind the scenes just at how crazy things are, where, like, we are used to sharing YouTube tips and talking about insider information and stuff. Now we're gonna share dad tips and stuff like that too. So couple of YouTube dads coming at you. Yeah, wild stuff. Matt Campbell says, congrats to both of you. Here's some money to help with diapers. Oh yeah, diapers. Yeah. It's a whole thing. By the way, I tell my health sponsors to shut their mouth when they talk to me thanks to this channel. That's awesome, dude. Thanks, man. Kendall says, so happy, man. Congratulations. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Hey, give me some dad tips, bro. Give me some dad tips. Dag says with a $50 holla. I don't know what that currency is, but I'm pretty sure it's $1 million. I think the female Tusken Raider is Omega or Jedi hiding as a Tusken during after Order 66. Those are both awesome ideas, bro. I have a lot of thoughts on Book of Boba. We'll share some of them in the video, and then we'll talk in the stream tomorrow. But, yeah, bro, that would be wild if it was an Omega. Like, I kind of haven't really considered that, but that would be bananas. So thank you. Justin Soforo. I feel like I always mispronounce your name. I'm so sorry, man. $20 holla. Holy crap. Very generous. Says, congrats, Josh and Elisa. Becoming a dad is the greatest thing in the world. Better than TLJ, and it gets better every day. Good thing the watch parties have prepped you for lack of sleep already. Take my baby money. Yeah, bro. Well, I feel like a lot of stuff has prepped us. Like even the pups, right? Who are absolute animals. But like even them and taking care of them and like, waking up early with them and all these different things. Like, I feel like I've slowly been, like, I've had to, like, learn a lot of patience with them. And just a lot of stuff has sort of led to this. It feels like an optimal trajectory kind of a situation where, the universe provides, man. And I just feel like we've been really blessed and gifted in both experiences and things and, energy and just a lot of good stuff coming. So I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Daniel Fisher says $10 holla. Holy crap. Says congratulations to you and Elisa. Welcome to the club. Baby nerd, take my money. I know, dude. And we're going to do all the nerdiest shit. Although I will say this. I had this thought. It's sort of a terrifying thought. Maybe we'll talk more about it later. What if my kid doesn't like nerdy things? What if the kid doesn't like Star Wars, doesn't like Marvel, doesn't like DC? Like, what are we going to do? Anyway, Luke Hamron says, about to join Nerd Vendors and watch my Crypto 100X. Boba is about to become the John Wayne to Din's Clint Eastwood. Love them doing the Western style tropes. Amen, Luke. Appreciate you, brother. And yeah, I think some of that's coming. I think you're going to see Din Djarin in episode 3. I'm calling it right now. I'm going to put it in the video later. I think you're going to see Din Djarin in episode 3. Prince Zodiac says sympathy sickness is a real thing. When my wife got pregnant, I got sick and gained 30 pounds. Congrats, brother. Godspeed. Take my money. Dude, that's crazy you say that. Again, I keep saying this, but we will. We'll talk more about this at 1 p.m. With the Nerd Avenger stream kind of behind the scenes. But I had that thought as well, for real, where I was like, because she's going through it, right? And I was like, earlier in the week, I was like, good. And I was like, nah, cranking out a bunch of content, editing everything. I was like, you don't do anything, you just rest. And then I got really, really exhausted. And I had a couple really rough days. And the weekend was great for refreshing and everything like that. But it is really interesting just how much has sort of changed in a very short period of time. And yeah, I think the sympathy sickness stuff is pretty interesting. Prince Zodiac says, Uncle Zodiac, I'm here for it. Indeed, sir. Indeed, sir. Axid says, Spider-Man was so good, Josh had a baby. Amen, dude. That's how you know it's a good one. Christopher Adams with $5 house says, I am a nerdy father myself, and it is life-changing. Congratulations, brother. Hey, thank you, man. Yeah, I've, sort of kept it a little quiet behind the scenes. Theory knew about it. Some people knew about it, but, I, just kind of kept it quiet. But, yeah, I'm grateful, and I was excited pretty much right away. I was like, oh, man, let's go. Because my buddy, my best friend in the whole world, is also having a baby right now. So, our babies are going to grow up to be healthy video game rivals and things of that nature. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for it, actually. A lot of fun stuff on the way. Andre says with the $10 holla, says, now I need to pay for them Pampers. Not fam. But this is the Red Bull supply. Thanks, man. Much love, brother. Do you remember the Diamond Stream question? Shut your mouth, take my money. Yes. I remember many times in the Diamond streams, and I believe the last one in particular, you've asked about the family and the next setup, when are we having kids, that sort of stuff. And yeah, man, it's happening. It's happening, so yeah, appreciate you, man. Alexa, $10 holla says, congratulations to you both. Just try to rest as much as you can now. Your sleep will never be the same. Trust me, I have twin boys. They're older now, but it was rough when they were babies. Yeah, we've sort of been trying to do the math on all that sort of stuff and everything. And it's a blessing that we work from home. It's a blessing we have the gig that we have and we make the money that we do. We're very, very blessed. It's still going to be a challenge. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be a challenge. But I'm actually excited that to do what I do, where essentially even right now, when I get done with this stream, I'm going to go out into the living room once I get out of the tower and head home, of course. I'm going to go out to the living room. It's going to be these two really cute pups and then my fiance, just my favorite living things all together. And it's just so nice to do this job and then immediately go and I'm going to play with the pups, and just experience that love. Now to be able to do this and then jump out of here and then, go see my son or daughter, and the whole family together. And I expect the pups to be taking care of the baby, and it's just going to be awesome. So yeah, there's going to be challenges and it's going to be tough. But we will figure it out. We have the tools, we have the capacity, we have a very good life. And so I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I think it's gonna be really fun. But yeah, sleep. What's that? Ration says with the $5 house says the moment I saw Kang, I thought Doom. He's one of the most important characters in comics. Are we getting Doom before or during or after Fantastic Four? So again, I talked about this a little bit before. I think you need Doctor Doom. I think you need to start setting him up. An interesting way to do that could be having Doom be a part of Multiverse of Madness, a variant, but also you need to set up the MCU version. So I actually hope both of those things are being worked on right now. I have heard next to nothing about Doom. The last time I heard anything about Doom was that he could be involved in Wakanda Forever. That sort of likely changed due to Chad and all that. And then that Disney Plus was thinking about doing a Doctor Doom Disney Plus series. But that was a long time ago as well, and it's likely changed since then. So, I don't know, like, I need Doom, you know? So, I'm hoping we get more of that. Pretty Nikki says, did you announce Elisa is Prager's? I'm so confused. If so, I'm crying happy tears. Yes. We announced that. Yeah, we're having a baby. So, yeah, it's a celebration. Alex says, or even worse, what if he likes DC? Yeah, what if he only likes DC, but he doesn't like Snyder Cut? He or she, you know, we don't know, boy or girl. We'll know soon. But yeah, like, what if he or she is like, I only like the new DC, Dad? And I'm just like, Jesus fucking Christ. It's going to be a real test. You know, it's going to be a real test. Let's see here. Christian White says, we all know how you feel about the DCEU, Josh, but as far as comics go, DC or Marvel? So back in the day, man, I used to be more of a DC guy. Whenever I would read books when I was younger, I mean, I knew who the Avengers were. I read some Marvel, but I loved DC. Green Lantern, Justice League, Superman, like, you know, Batman, like, these were the things for me. And then when I got into college, I sort of got reinvigorated into comics, and really it was Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars stuff and his lead up to all of that really recaptured my imagination, and Marvel sort of took over right at the time when the MCU was blowing up as well. So I actually began my sort of nerdy, you know, life being more of a DC guy, but then through events of the MCU, also the Jonathan Hickman Secret Wars / Avengers. That was like a 3 or 4 year stint of like just incredible shit. I sort of got one over to the Marvel side. So I still like DC Comics. I've been reading a lot of comics lately, but pretty much all Marvel. You know, the last like big DC stuff I read, I think, was around Doomsday Clock time. So I'm not really aware of what's going on there. I think I read some of I like Tomasi's Superman before Bendis took it over, and I was like, what the fuck? So DC, I don't know, man. They have their issues, but yeah, more of a Marvel guy on both ends at this point. Lance says, my kids not being interested in nerd culture was a worry of mine as well. Yet no matter what they are into, you'll love them, regardless of how wrong they are. Thanks, man. I'll take that advice to heart. You know, I'll take that advice to heart. So thank you so much. Andrew P says with the $10 house says, hey buddy, have you heard anything on Kang making a cameo in Multiverse of Madness, or where do you think he fits into what will be going on? So I think you could see Kang, or perhaps Kang, in a post-credit scene. But again, that big leak about the Void and all that sort of stuff, that leak is not real. Now, I will say this. We don't know for sure. Like, Daniel seems to believe that they are not changing a lot of the plot points in the reshoots. But the new version of Doctor Strange is supposed to screen really soon for some people with inside Disney and Marvel. When that happens, I do expect a lot of stuff to come out, and we'll talk about it. We'll talk about the rumors and the different things going on. But the big question is, how much did they change in reshoots? How much were the other rumors real? You know, I don't know about Kang, man. I really don't. My gut says no. Maybe a post-credit thing, but my gut says no. So, see here, got a couple more chats. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Matei says, the one time I missed the stream and you're having a little nerd, I take that personally, Josh. Just kidding. Massive congrats, and you're going to be a great dad. Thanks, man. I'm certainly going to try. I'm certainly going to give it a good effort. You know what I mean? Try to do the best that I can. Try to do the best that I can. Okay, the chat's like way behind again. Sorry, guys. So what's going on in the chat, guys? So just a reminder. Big stream tomorrow. Talking about Book of Boba Fett. We're going to go over the percentages of the percentages and percent all over it. All the percents. Okay? And we're giving away a bunch of stuff tomorrow. Then we'll be doing the watch party for Book of Boba Fett. It's going to be real juicy. We're going to have a Nerd Vengers stream today. Sobe, welcome to the Nerd Vengers. Welcome back, I should say, and appreciate you. We'll have a Nerd Vengers stream at 1 today where I will discuss more of, what's going on in the baby life and all that. Couple videos coming out for you today. Should have a podcast this week as well. So a lots of juicy stuff going on here at the tower as per usual. But yeah, Book of Boba Fett 3 I think is going to be incredible. Really take over a lot of stuff. Some people are saying we should be getting a Moon Knight. Some people are saying we should get a Moon Knight thing soon. That would be sick. Not really sure. We'll see. We shall see. Missed my member chat, but I said, congratulations, bro. I've been grooming my daughter to be a nerd for 3 years. She's a budding nerdette. If I can do it, you can do it better. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Sorry I didn't see the chat there. Nathan Tattoos with a 16-month member says, I cannot tell you how happy I am for you both. You're both the most amazing dorks I've ever known. Well, honestly, man, I really appreciate that, Nathan. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, bro. It's like, the thing is, it just all feels like it's falling into place, and it just feels like I'm just super grateful. Like, that's just ultimately it. It's like I'm super grateful, and we're gonna continue to work hard. We're gonna continue to do our thing, grow the brand, and all that. But like, I know the world's weird. I know there's some really bad stuff going on in the world, but ultimately, I feel like this is a dope ass time. I feel like there's a lot of cool stuff coming, and the world's changing a lot. Like, dude, like, it's crazy. And then to now have the lens of like this little person that we're gonna watch grow up in this world and like kind of continue on, what we try to teach this person and guide this person. It's just like really, really exciting for me. Like, I'm super hyped up about it. And I can't wait, man. Like, dude, watching Star Wars with the kid, like watching DC movies with the kid. Like, Elisa and I, we love playing Magic the Gathering. So we want to try to get the kid, and you guys, there's just a lot of it, man, I can't even like really articulate it, but it's like, to have what we have and the community and everything, like the baby's gonna kind of be like a part of the community and that whole thing, and like our whole it's just so positive. Like, it's a really, really positive thing for us to have this business as a family. And Elisa and I both we work really hard, and we really care about this thing, and we care about you guys, and we have a lot of fun. And we're just kind of adding one more element to that mix. And I almost feel like it's a good part. Like, if my life is kind of like a TV show, right? And like the whole streaming YouTube thing, it's like a little bit of that is like, it's like a TV show. This is just a really interesting season. Like, we're about to enter a really fucking interesting season of the Den of Nerds / Josh show, where, marriage, baby, family. Yeah, a lot of fun stuff on the way, for sure. Rations, member for 2 months, says, if it seems like everything's falling into place perfectly, you might be doing something right. Keep it up, big dog. Congratulations again. Hey, I appreciate it, man. I really do. Oh, I missed Stevie's chat. Come on, YouTube. Wow, that's pretty irritating. I want to see what Stevie said. Congratulations, says Mike Motherflippin' Porter. Appreciate you, man. Josh and Elisa, much love. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. For Kuzkala says, with $1 million, says, what the fuck? Josh, Elisa, congratulations. Just got in amazing news, guys. Super happy for you two. Don't worry, my kid is 5, and he's playing Guardians of the Galaxy next to me right now. Dude, that's awesome, man. That is awesome. Appreciate that for sure. Big Stevie says, wait, what? Holy crap, there's going to be a mini Josh. Sorry, I had to mute the stream. I reached out to you earlier, and I said you didn't have to mute it. We're speculating. But I appreciate it, Stevie. I know you don't like the spoiler talk and all that. I appreciate you either way. Cameron says, I'm so happy for you, Josh. Don't worry about being a great dad because you will be. I am so excited for you. You're an incredible guy. Love you, man. Hey, I appreciate you. I love you right back, man. I'm going to do my best. And I think that... Like, what would your life be like? Like, I was thinking about this. What do you think it would be like if your dad, like, if you were growing up and your dad was a YouTuber? You know what I mean? Like, what would that be like? You know? And, like, I don't know. The world and everything is just so, it's changing. And I'm going to be able to be there a lot. But I am super busy. You know what I mean? And I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff in the next couple of years. But, like, I just wonder, like, what would that be like? You know? It's going to be interesting. Nate, oh my gosh, dude, very generous. You don't have to do all that. Says, congratulations with a $20 holla. I appreciate that, though. Thank you so much. Jared DeSanto says, wow, I usually just lurk around here, but congrats are in order today. Jared, thank you very much. It means a lot, man. Stormy says, hang on, where are we? Crap. Where are we at here? Stormy says, congrats, Josh. So happy for both of you. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. That's very sweet. Just watch your language around the kid. I know. I'm thinking about that too. Like, because I have some colorful language, you know? Like, I try not to and all that, but, like, you know, I swears a lot, man. I mean, fuck, you know? Shit. Hey, we'll figure it out. Maybe we'll try. We'll try to tone it down a little bit, and we'll see. Or maybe we'll get the kid to come in here and be like, hey, okay, give your gosh dang money. And fuck Warner Brothers, am I right? Haha. And then, like, the kid, gets out of here or whatever. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? Poor pups. Oh, dude, tell me about it, Carl. Tell me about it. Hey, Josh, have my babies. Nah, I'm cool. I'm cool, bro. Thanks, though. All right, guys, look. I'm going to get on out of here. Okay. Yeah, and if you guys are... Nice. Thanks, man. Appreciate you, Golden Hercules. Says, holy crap, congratulations to you, too. I know you'll be amazing parents. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Okay. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Much love to everybody. If you are a Nerd Venture member, come on by at 1 p.m. We'll talk more about it, okay? We'll talk all about this and all the excitement and the fun and you know, what happened, like how do we find out all this different stuff. So come on by for that. Let's see here. New face of the Eerie 6 o'clock news. Oh, dude, Trev, that's so kind of you, bro. You don't need to do all that, but I really do appreciate you. Trev's basically saying, get a real job, Josh. You got a family now. Just go get a real job, motherfucker. That's basically what Trev is saying. Thank you, Trev. Really appreciate that. And also, you don't say that. But no, thank you, man. I thought about some things. We'll talk about it in the stream at 1. Regardless, I appreciate you guys. Thank you. I'll see you guys in the videos later today. I'll see you at Nerd Theory later tonight. Can't wait. This should be a really good one. Tomorrow morning, we have our Book of Boba Fett stream going over the percentages, over-unders, a lot of fun. That will be exciting. Please try to be there if you can. We'll watch party tomorrow. A lot of fun stuff going on, okay? So, as I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and a nerdy day. And I'll see you in the next video. Is everybody gone? Did everybody leave? Life is wild, man. Life is wild. And yeah. Some of you, I feel like some of you guys knew something was going on. But yeah, like kind of behind the scenes, despite like all the content and all the fun we've been having over the past couple of weeks, shit has been crazy, dude. Shit has been crazy. So, look, thank you guys so much. To be honest with you, like, you guys were already just killing it, just so supportive, and just, we were doing, I felt like we were doing some really great work at the end of last year, regardless of everything that was going on. I look to continue that this year. I really, really appreciate all the support. You guys are incredible. It doesn't have to be anything extra or anything like that. You know what I mean? It really does not. If we just kind of keep moving, keep doing our thing here, we're going to be just fine. The whole fam is good. Like, we do pretty good here. So it's all love, baby. I'll talk more about this at 1, but it is also why we have pulled back on like going to Comic-Cons and things of that nature. You know what I mean? So you're probably not going to see, like, honestly, probably not going to be doing too much. Maybe in the back half of the year, I'll be able to sneak away for like a New York Comic-Con or something like that. But like celebration and that kind of stuff, kind of off the table for a little while here. Okay. But, you got your Miles shirt in, Daniel? My man. Just a lot of positivity over here, man. It truly feels like a fountain of good energy and positivity lately, and I am very blessed, and you guys are a big part of that, and I really, really appreciate you. So thank you very much. Much love to you, and I'll see you guys soon, okay? Take care.